Is your downswing forced and out of control? When you get to the top, are you thinking, what do I do from here? And how do I get this club coming down onto plane? Often if you're thinking like that, you start to experiment. That's when strike goes and your ball flight gets even worse. And ultimately, the less said about the ball flight, the better. It makes you want to tear your hair out. Now, here's the thing, is the transition, the bit that we're talking about here, is so important to a good golf swing. So what I'm going to do today is simplify this down massively. I'm going to show you the analogy that I use with all of my golfers so that they can understand the transition in so much more detail. But let me now go through the analogy. Now, in science, in maths, we did those basic X, Y graphs, right? X for the horizontal, Y for the vertical. We're going to utilize that here. If I go to the top of the backswing and I was to draw two lines out from the button to the grip, we got our X variable, we got our Y variable. What we are doing is simplifying the downswing to an outward component and a downward component. Now, if we look at all of these tour pros on the screen next to me, we will all see them have a blend of the hands going out and the hands going down. Now, the recipe for a great downswing is getting the correct amount of each. Now, depending on what you want to do, it might be slightly different, and what you will feel will be very personal to you, but it's still just a blend of two things, an outward component and a downward component. Let's keep it super simple. So to understand this more, what is the biggest determinant of how much the hands are going to go out? So what's the biggest factor that controls the out component? Well, that is chest rotation. The earlier and faster I turn my chest, the more my hands will go out. What is then the biggest determinant of the downward factor? It is what we call the arms lowering. So we have chest rotation, arms lowering. We blend the two together, and somewhere in that mix is our perfect downswing. Let me show you this in some visuals right now. So let's take a look at these two swings right here. Now we've got Justin Rose on the left and Ludvig Åberg on the right. Now you can see here I've drawn some red dots as Justin moves his club down, marking where the button of the grip goes. Now as we do this, I think there is a great statement we can say. And if I just highlight this point right here, we could say that Justin's hands are lowering faster than they are coming out. So you can see the distance of where the button to the grip was at the top is greater right there than the distance it was to that green line. So you can see that his hands are lowering at a faster rate than they're working out. That also means that his hands are working faster than his chest, meaning that he's getting the club coming down onto plane. Now, most golfers who are over the top golfers are going to be the opposite. Their chest is going to be working way too fast in transition. So this helps us understand that, look, the hands in transition need to lower than at a faster rate than they are in terms of the hands moving out and away from you. So you can see the same with Ludvig. The hands come down way further or way faster than the amount they're rotating outwards. And that is a really key concept I want you to take away into the actual lesson. So let's now jump back into the main video. Okay, so hopefully your concepts now are in a really good spot of this X and Y, this out and down motion, chest rotation versus arms lowering. Let me now give you some practical ways of fixing this, starting with if you're that golfer who spins open with your chest, that classic over-the-top golfer, because that is by far the most common issue that I see. So essentially, if you're a golfer that's swinging over the top, you've got too much early chest rotation, it means that we have our balance wrong. We don't have enough lowering and we have too much early chest rotation, in simple terms. Now, one of my favorite ways of fixing this is the Rory McIlroy example and the Justin Rose example. What are these two examples? Well, Rory uses what we call a split hands exercise, and Justin Rose is always advocating this back towards the target, pulling the arms down. So I'm going to show you how we can blend both of these together in a really nice practice station for you to help you get this club coming more down on plane. Now to do this, grab an alignment stick or an extra golf club. Set up to the golf ball. So if I place the golf ball down, you're going to grab that additional golf club or alignment stick, place it outside of your toe, and then angle it in slightly. Now the reason we've angled it in slightly is we're going to match the club up to this position, and this will get the club head behind the hands, putting us into more of that in to out pattern. Let's start with the Rory example. So we're going to grip the club with our left hand on the top of the grip. We're then going to bring the shaft so it matches our toe line with our pinky on the grip and the rest of our hand on the shaft right there. You can see I've created 2 L's with my arms on the club. I'm going to swing to the top, and as I come down, I'm going to feel like I keep my back pointing towards the target for as long as possible, as I then lower my arms down over that red alignment stick right here. Now you can see when I do that, this puts me in a position to where the club head is behind my hands, and this would be setting me up to hit beautifully from the inside. Now that's a dream if you're that golfer who swings over the top. But again, simple terms, what are we reducing? We're reducing the outward variable, so reducing the amount of chest rotation we have, and we're increasing the lowering of the arms, as simple as that. Now, from there, if I was to then get set up in this position again, notice one key thing when I'm doing this drill. As I turn to the top and I lower my arms down, keeping my back towards the target, I'm moving my weight to my left leg. I have about 90% of my weight in my left leg. This is crucial because this allows me to get the lowest point of my swing after the ball so I can achieve that good ball and then ground contact. Now, how do we then blend in the Justin Rose example? Well, Justin does this with his hands on the club normally. So again, if I get set up here, I would go to the top. I would feel like I keep my back pointing towards the target for as long as possible. As I lower my arms down and shift into my left leg, you can see I'm in a really good delivery position here. And then from there, I can hit, and I'll be hitting slightly from the inside. So if I do just a little example here, this will help me hit a bit more of that sort of push draw shape that we want. And we can see if I do this, how that is a start right little push draw. The more you exaggerate it, the bigger the shape's going to be. So that is how we fix that over the top. Again, keep it simple. Less chest rotation, so less outward, more arms lowering, more downward. That helps us fix that over the top motion. The more severe it is, the more you're going to exaggerate it. Now, what if you're the other golfer? What if you're the golfer that goes to the top and you get stuck massively under, and then from there you flip it? From here you could be hitting fats, thins, blocks, hooks, a little bit of everything. Well, this one, again, we've got the scale tipped too much to arms lowering and not enough chest rotation early on in the downswing. So what do we need to do? We need to slow the rate of the arms lowering and increase the speed of the chest rotation. Here is the simplest drill to help you with this. Grab an alignment stick, place it underneath the trail arm, and get set up to the ball. As I swing to the top, you'll notice that left arm touches that red alignment stick. If you're a golfer who hooks it, you're going to see that the arms will come off very quickly, get stuck to the inside, and then you would flip. Your goal is to keep that left arm on the alignment stick for as long as possible as you turn your chest left of the ball. That will help you get the hands coming more out. That'll help you get the club coming down more on plane. The level you need to exaggerate it is the level, is the same as the amount that you're under plane. So if you are massively under, you need to exaggerate this a lot. So if I do this here, I hit a shot, you'll see that if I do this and I leave my hands up, I'm going to be in a position to I'll start this ball left of target and I'll swing a little bit more out to in. But for somebody that is fading, for somebody that's hooking the ball and blocking the ball, this is crucial. This is a crucial change. And you can see there, the alignment stick fell out slightly, but the ball started left and it wanted to cut back. So that helped me get into a position to where the club's coming down a lot more on plane. Now the great thing is this is exactly the same for every single club in your bag, for driver, for hybrids, all the way down for wedges. Get these things right, it simplifies down your transition, helps you start to learn to get the club into a much better position. Now, if you have any questions about this, please ask. If you want more one-to-one help, I offer online coaching on the Skillest platform. The link is down below, but I also now do golf schools in America. So I do them in Boston and I do them in Florida. So again, the link is down below if you want to get involved in that. Hopefully you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please give the video a like and the channel a subscribe.